Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of ZALORA Talks. This is your host, Yasmine, and I hope everyone is doing very well at home or anywhere else you're hearing our podcast from. Now, how crazy is it to think that we're almost halfway through the year? And you know what that means? Raya is just around the corner. And seeing as this is our first episode of the season, we thought it was quite fitting to kick things off with a special ode to one of my favorite holidays, Lemang season! Now, I don't know about you guys, but with Ramadan going on in full swing, it's really put me in the mood for celebration. As someone born into a multiracial and multi-religious family, Eid, or Raya as we know it here in Malaysia, has always been at the top of my festivity list. I mean, who doesn't love spending time with family and friends? Let alone all the good food you can indulge in for the entire month. Of course, nothing's quite the same since we all went into lockdown. What used to be a time for family, joy, and excitement has quickly turned into a reflective state in solitude. Not to sound like a Debbie Downer, but just last year I spent the whole first day of Raya binging on Netflix and ordering takeout on my own. And to be quite honest, it seems as if this year's celebration is going to turn out quite the same. But it's not all doom and gloom. With things looking up just quite slightly, we speak to one of Malaysia's most influential personalities, Arinna Erin, who last year took the world by storm as the first Malaysian to front Nike's first modest swimwear collection, as well as designer Nina Aziz of Lubna and Zalia, on continuing traditions, dressing up with nowhere to go, and celebrating in the new normal. Welcome, ladies, and thank you for coming on air with us. How's everyone feeling this morning?
Feeling amazing, feeling super pumped and honored that you guys would like me to join you guys for this podcast. So thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. What about you, Nina? How's everything on your end?
Feeling excited and really flattered to be here with you guys.
Yeah, I heard you've got a toddler running somewhere in the house right now and everyone's in their homes.
Yeah.
Now I have to say, I mean, no one can see this right now, but apart from us, because, you know, we're a podcast, but I'm seeing these two ladies and they're in their homes, but it looks like a studio to me, you know? So quite representative of the industries that we're in. I mean, Arinna's got like what looks like a studio. I thought it was a studio, to be honest. You know, she's got a closet and it's all like draped in this like beautiful white gauze. And Nina's got like this beautiful like lilies. I think there are lilies somewhere in the background.
Eucalyptus. Dry
eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus and lilies.
And they're both matching today. Like, we did not plan this at all. The both of them are matching today. I'm the only one in the middle wearing like black and yellow. I look like a bumblebee, but that's all good.
Trendy.
Really good.
I try. As we all say, sis tuba, you know? Now, okay, let's get into the nitty gritty things.
Yeah,
how was Raya like for you last year? I mean, now that we're going ahead into Raya, but what was it like last year?
Raya last year, we are still in the pandemic. So in Malaysia, we still can't travel interstate. So we're just celebrating it in our own homes. So what we did is, since we can't visit our relatives, and because we want to protect everyone, although we can meet up someone that's nearby, but at that time, everyone was being very cautious. We still try to keep the tradition going and, you know, get excited, like prepare the clothes, your new baju raya the night before. And then the day before preparation was the vibe that is going to determine your next day. So like we prepare like rendang, me and my family. So I'm very fortunate to live next door to my family. So the day before we prepared rendang. Every year my dad will cook rendang daging. And so we all helped him, and then also kacang goreng and all that. We try to just make with what we have with our family, with our little family. So we prepared that, and then the next day we celebrate with each other. So it's very, very intimate. So we are not rushing to go to our aunt's house or anyone's house. We are just in our own home.
Yeah.
So it's very intimate, and we're just bonding more than ever with my sisters and with my other siblings. So we were like doing TikToks and all that.
Cute.
So the first day of Raya, the whole family, like my dad's side and my mom's side. So we did like a Zoom call with the whole family. So it was fun. I mean, we still can manage it. To see everyone's face is really nice. And although we can't meet up, but we can just catch up through technology. And that is something new for us. And I think that it really makes us really appreciate and don't take for granted all this thing that you can meet up with your family, all this bonding. And I hope that one day we can return to normal again so that we can, because Raya, we always like salaman, like handshakes with the elders and with the whole family. So we have to skip that for this Raya.
Yeah.
So I hope that one day we can salaman again. So it's like call it handshake again with everyone, with the whole family. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's just my Raya. Yeah. So
do you have a kampung, Nina?
Oh yeah, but it's my dad's kampung. In Negeri Sembilan. So we skipped that as well. So no more balik kampung trips. But it's okay. So we just celebrate with the ones that near to us.
Yeah. What about you, Arinna?
Yeah. What about you, Erin?
I came back from London last year, April. Yeah. And I was hoping to celebrate my Raya in London with my relatives. So I basically lived with my aunt and uncle. They're basically my cousins as well, because like the age gap was quite close. And yeah, we already had our baju raya because we packed it from like when we first moved to London. And when the pandemic happened, I was like, okay, I have 2 days notice to fly back to Malaysia. So obviously I was like, okay, I can't celebrate Raya in London for the first time. And yeah, when I flew back, it was not Raya that time. Raya was like in July, was it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, July. So I got to celebrate with my family. I lived with my family during that time. And fortunate enough, my grandparents, both sides, they all live in Damansara. So
great.
we can celebrate, right?
You're so lucky.
Yeah, and we are very simple people. My family were very simple. So we just need each other. And yeah, we just like have chit chat, and we're very close. We're a very close knit family, and yeah, it feels like normal for us. How we interact, we see each other like probably every other week, or at least like once a month if like we're super busy. So this new normal Raya edition is like it did feel a little weird. Like when I went to my grandparents' house. Obviously no salam, no hugging. So whenever we see each other, especially when I haven't seen them for over a year or a few months, my first reaction would be, I want to go running in for a hug. But we had like that pause. Like, wait, no, we can't do this. Like, pandemic, COVID and stuff like that. So it was really heartbreaking. And yeah, we had to wear masks, make sure we follow SOPs, even though no one goes out. We are trying to like, okay, 99% we're safe from COVID. So to speak, but you never know. That 1% could be like, yeah. And hopefully this year, inshallah, things are a little different. We still have to follow SOPs, social distance ourselves. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the food though, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's always number one priority. Apart from family, but food's not number one priority. Going straight for the buffet table.
I would love to have a kampung, to be honest. So I really feel for those who travel out every single year for Raya. I can't relate, and I wish I could. Honestly, because everyone is near me, my family members. Now I live like at my grandparents' house. So during the second MCO. I couldn't go see my family, my parents, my siblings. I was like, oh no, this is what it feels like. Now I know how everyone feels like, just stuck in at home. All you have to do is just like FaceTime them. It was really heartbreaking. So in some sort, I could relate to others who can't go home, who live super far away from their family,
It's sad because like it's so near, but yet so far.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's a bit of a mental game, I feel as well, because you're kind of like having to reconcile the fact that your family is all here, but they're within reach, and you want to spend this a very, it's an important day within the Muslim calendar, and you want to spend that time with your family. Apart from the fact that you just got back from the UK as well, but even for everyone else, in the world who have festivities and all that, it's really hard to just kind of not spend that time. My mom lives like down the road, like 5 kilometers away from me. And even then I'm like, because I live on my own and I'm constantly having conversations with the wall. If it's not the wall, it's myself. My sanity is still intact. Thank you very much. At least I hope so. But yeah, during Raya last year, I was just like, I woke up, when you have that excitement the day before, it's always the excitement the day before.
Yeah.
As a kid, I remember like spending time with my cousins and they'd come over to my house, or I'd go over to their house and we main bachun. We go and play like fireworks. I mean, this is not like incorrigible, guys, but as a kid, have like the bunga api, right?
Bunga api,
yeah. And exactly. And we just go out and do that and spend time with family, eat a little bit or maybe more, help with the food, help with the chores. I would hide away in a corner just so to get away from the chores. But it's all these kind of things that it's like the first day eve jitters, you're always so excited about it. And then the next day, looking back, I'm like, oh man, all that's gone. Yeah. And all I've got is like Netflix. Great. And takeout. But it could be worse,
Yeah.
It's a mental game. And I feel that you still somehow to like, all things considered, everyone's going through the pandemic in their own way. For me, it just so happens that it was like the TV show, but it's a matter of trying to take it day by day, Okay, so Nina, as a designer, how do you recalibrate your creations for your customers? Because now that before that, we were in a lockdown and now we're still kind of in a pseudo lockdown. Did your design in any way change according to our new norm of a lifestyle?
Yes, definitely. Because for the first Raya season that COVID hits, a lot of our styles that is more, more dressier, it wasn't doing well as the more basic looking styles. So from there, we're looking at the reports and all that. So we learned from the first event of COVID that we need to change our direction. So before this, Lubna and Zalia are very glamorous and we are very adventurous with our clothes, with our styles and design. Because COVID happened, so we put it into our thoughts when we were designing. So we made it, so we pivot a bit on our design. So we made it more, so we lessened the styles that are more dressier. So we focus more on outfits that are more suitable for people, because people are going to spend more time at home and they want to be more comfortable. So we focus more on improving our fabrics selections. So we use more of cottons, and we also have like this Raya, we have the stretchy fabrics, jersey, like t-shirt kind of kurung.
Perfect. Send them my way too.
I also, those are my favorite because first, it's comfortable, it's stretchy, it's roomy, and you don't have to iron it. And like, what? Like,
perfect.
So I'm like, I'm gonna. So we have those. And also, we also have just launched our new Earth by Zalia, the first modern sustainable brand in Malaysia. It's amazing. Fully 100% sustainable, ethically sourced, sustainable fabrics. And I think that is the direction that all the brands are going to go into. So we have Earth by Zalia. So Zalia and Lubna are also going to have a percentage of sustainable fabrics in future. So that is our goal. And also we are more into thinking about like how is it going to be more wearable, and it has to be more practical and also very comfortable for people to wear at home. So if you can see, you can tell by looking at the website, like if you compare like 2020's design and 2021 is very, very different. It's much more toned down and relaxed.
Yeah.
The tone is very, So it's more of like, and we're thinking about the customers, like how are they going to be in this Raya? So people are still going to be, they want to dress up, but it has to be comfortable.
Well, Arinna, you're definitely no stranger to taking risks in fashion. How do you feel about dressing up now, and especially for Raya? Like, do you still kind of go all the way and be as whimsical and imaginative as you can with your fashion, or do you kind of like take it down a notch now that we're living more or less at home?
So I find it really interesting that a lot of people think that I am very daring or like adventurous when it comes to dressing up. Actually, I'm very simple. It's like how you style the pieces together. Like this scarf, it was my late grandmother's scarf. You know, and then like I have all these kind of clothes that I just like style it differently. It looks like I put a lot of effort on it, but zero effort, to be honest.
But that's the creativity.
Yeah.
I don't have any clothes, to be honest. Like, it's just like an average amount of clothes. It's just like I like to play around with like matching things, mix and match. And I've had these clothes probably like more than 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and I do add on like new clothes once in every 2 months, only if I feel like, oh, I don't have a staple. I don't have a white collared shirt, that kind of thing. I have a short one, I don't have a long one. So to me, what I collect is things that can be worn throughout the years. The quality is really important to me. So for example, during Eid, I actually don't buy a lot of baju raya.
No.
I've had baju raya since 2009. So I have like this flowy top. It looks like a kedah cutting, but actually it's I don't know what to call it. But I don't know materials, so it looks like a little see-through. So like that time I was like free hair. I didn't wear hijab yet. So what I do is I just wear an inner inside. I tuck it in or put it loose, wear it with like different kain, bottoms and stuff like that. To me, I love buying stuff that catches my eye. I won't buy stuff according to trend. So it's something that I can wear along the years, throughout the years. So for example, I think I bought like a Lubna dress actually.
Wow.
It was not for Raya, but how I did is like a long ribbed dress, stretchy dress.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's good for like a evening, like a dinner, whatever. What date? Anyway, like a kedah top, so the bottom is a skirt, but in actual fact it's actually a dress. Yeah, so I'm very like thrifty in that sense. I like to buy stuff from thrift shops or like more of local brands. I try my best to shop local.
Yeah,
and support small brands as well. So even if I don't have an Eid outfit, I'll wear like my casual wears. I can wear like a polo top or like a collared white shirt with a batik. There you go. That's your Eid.
And you're done.
Yeah, I've always had like sponsored Raya clothes, but I'm very like particular. Like, can I wear that on a casual day? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put thought into what I want to buy. So if there's like a sale or new collection, I don't like, I need to get that. No, it's more of like, do I need it? I want to know, do I need it? Do I get that color? Would I wear that color in 2 years? So yeah, like I wear like this kind of color is very like neutral. You can wear it like in many, many years kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how my thoughts in my clothes.
It doesn't go out of trend. It's a classic.
Yeah, I can even wear this for Raya if I want to.
Yeah,
it looks
good.
Very casual, like turtleneck, and I don't know what you call this, but you can make it work.
Yeah.
Wong thingy or something. I don't know.
You do you.
Yeah, you do you.
I dress. I don't plan my outfits the day before.
Really?
I plan my outfit on the day or when I want to go.
Wow.
So it goes according to your mood.
Yeah, I never plan it. I don't know how people do it because I'd be like, tomorrow? I'm pretty sure
like the opposite of me.
So you're saying that you plan your outfits like what, maybe a day in advance?
I would plan like months ahead.
Girl.
Like, because I will like discuss with my family like, okay, what color team are you guys going to do? Like, okay, so okay, this one, okay, and then I have to like match with my husband, and I have to find a matching outfit for my daughter, so it has to be like a bit earlier.
Actually, I mean, okay, to be fair, I used to do that as well with my parents. We buy like a huge right fabric.
Yeah.
Go to Masjid Jame as like it's like a family outing basically. And then we pick out the fabrics for the year, and then a lot of people do that, right?
Yeah, but now it's more ready to wear, so you can just like do it last minute. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I would have like two or three choices like the day before.
Cute.
I'm like, and then it's like I have a few choices, but I'll select like the one like the day before.
Do you guys have matching face masks too?
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do produce face masks, but not in all styles. So just we select like a few.
I'm just saying it's $1 billion idea.
Yeah.
Also, another $1 million idea: pajamas, but for Raya.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have that as well in rayons and all that.
Nice.
Like you can wake up in the baju kurung. Like you can.
Yeah, I'm just saying it, guys. Eat pajamas. It's going to be a thing in the future. Okay, eat pajamas.
Wow.
It's going to be a thing. I'm going to coin it.
I'll pitch it.
Yeah, but I guess
pitch it for you.
Yeah, thank you. But I mean, I guess it's a way of like us keeping traditions moving forward. You know, like we have all these like little bits and bobs and within our own culture and within our own heritage, but it's not that just because you have to wear it for Raya and that's it. You know, you can only wear baju kurung for Raya. Well, no, actually, you can wear it for so many different things. I thrifted an abaya just very recently, and I turn it into like a top to wear with like jeans and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, it's keeping traditions alive. Now, having said that, now that we're going into Raya and the pandemic part 2, how do you guys keep the spirit of Raya alive?
My family were very like, we always see things on a positive side of things. We know we will always have each other, you know, despite like the pandemic and stuff like that. You know, the only way to get through this is by being positive, but not toxic positivity. Okay, like that's a no-no. But making sure that, you know, we're breathing, we're in good health, you know, we can still see each other through FaceTime, like whatever like source you can go through on Zoom or FaceTime, whatever you call it, you know. That's how we will have to adjust ourselves. You know, we just have to find a way to celebrate it like how we would on a normal day, you know. And I feel like Raya is not just the event. You know, it is like, it's more of like being with each other, either physically or virtually. You know, it's about togetherness, right?
Yeah.
Celebrating Ramadan. It's like, you know, we fasted for a full month. During the pandemic, we can do it again. And it's something, you know, you should be proud of, that you pulled through an entire month. And hopefully, inshallah, this year as well, that we can hold it together. You know, now we have the vaccine. Hopefully we'll get it by like end of the year, maybe everyone, or like probably next year. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of positive notes coming this year, and we should not give up on it. You know, there's always hope.
Nicely said.
Thank you.
What about you, Nina?
That was not a script, so.
That's very well said.
Very good.
Couldn't have said any better, to be honest.
Yeah.
What about you, Nina? Especially coming from a designer's perspective. Were there any traditions lost, and how do you keep the spirit of Raya alive? Because you cook a lot. I assume that you would cook a lot as well.
I don't really cook. I just help.
There we go.
So I think, just keep on continuing whatever that, because every family will be different. You will always have like a tradition that you always, like a routine that you always do, like a day before a year and things. So just for us, like it's the preparation the day before, and my dad's rendang and his kacang. So we're going to continue doing that. And also the coordination of clothing.
Yeah.
Because I usually decide for my family, like, okay, who's going to wear this, like what color and all that. So that I'm going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is what makes me feel like I'm satisfied when I see everyone is like in coordination. Like it doesn't have to be coordinated in color. It could be like harmonious. So it's just a satisfaction for me. And my whole family will be wearing Lubna or Zalia and all that. So they all will be wearing the clothes that I design. They can't wear anything else. That's a rule.
How dare you?
How dare you? So that's a tradition for me. So and also just bond with each other and just don't take for granted.
Yeah.
And for me, like being near to my family, I just realized that it's actually a huge privilege that not everybody have it. So I really, really appreciate it. So that's all I think.
Yeah. Actually, Arinna, I wanted to come back to what you said just now, toxic positivity.
Yeah.
Did you face any of that at all during Ramadan or even during lockdown? Like, how would you explain that?
Like being ignorant or oblivious about COVID, you know, like, oh, you know, everything's going to be fine. Like, what if it doesn't go through? You know, you have to be very wary of what you want to be positive about. Some people will be like, I'll be fine. We'll be fine. You know, anything can happen with COVID. during COVID, I mean, during like the first MCO, I realized that I could have been a bit toxic in some sense, like just trying to psych myself out. But I have to like come to reality of like, you know what, you have to have a backup plan, like for work, for me, and like my lifestyle and my family. So I had to get it out of it really quickly and say that you can't always think on the brighter side all the time. You have to be realistic. I'm a more realistic person, so there will always be some negative notion somewhere, which is not a bad thing. That means I'm acknowledging that it's a shitty situation.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it? How do you avoid all of this? So when I had friends who were like, oh, we're neighbors, you know, how about I just come by to your house? Like, oh, you know, I only stay at home anyway. I'm like, yeah, but do you do grocery? Did you like walk around your house and just bump into people and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that is a form of toxic positivity as well. They're like, oh, no, it's fine. We're all good. And, you know, like they say, inshallah, everything's fine. Yes, you know, like, God forbid, you know, anything happens to you, but you can't just put it in the hands of that, you know, just by saying inshallah and like all that stuff. Because if you yourself, you're not doing your part as a, you know, as a person, as a human being, then you're just leaving it up to nature, to the pandemic for your own fate, you know? And I feel like a lot of people take that for granted. There's a lot of privilege. Like I'm very privileged, I have to admit that. But I don't take advantage of it. A lot of people that I've seen take advantage of that privilege. And it's something really toxic, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, like they can just go out because they're in a gated community. And, you know, when they say stay indoors, stay indoors. I still see it, like during the second MCO, people are going out. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You're not going out for work. You're not going out for work. What are you doing outside? You know, I'm going cycling, I'm going this, I'm doing that. I'm going to meet a friend for a bit. Like, why? So, oh, we have a vaccine. Are you vaccinated though?
Where is the lie in that?
Exactly. So I feel like you have to be really careful what you put out into the world and what you believe in.
Yeah.
Because that actually shows what kind of character you have.
Again, another nice quote right there. Yeah. I guess even like during fasting month, that's when all these like negative thoughts come in, because you're always, especially if you're in solitude, you know, you're just like fasting and you have to discipline yourself. And if you've only got yourself and these four walls, you know, then what else or how else can you somehow fine tune your mind to be able to go through that period?
It was the first time that we were really busy at that time and we had to work at home alone, because I'm very used to working with like a team. So we have a 10 people team. So we always like communicate with each other and we can make quick decision. We just like, I can just go to my friend and okay, this is okay, this is not, and we'll just like discuss it and it's really fast. But when you're like in lockdown and you're in pandemic and you're trying to get your things done at home, far away from your colleagues. So I think at one point I was just, I think I was burnt out maybe. So I was just talking to my colleagues. So we just, okay, let us all just chill and don't stress too much. So we just communicate with everyone. So, and then they know that, so they support me. And so from there, I'm like, I don't feel embarrassed or anything. I'm okay with showing my emotions. I'm telling that, okay, because I was leading the project at the time. So I was like, guys, I feel like it was overwhelming for me at the time. So they were really kind to like support me. And so support is really important. And don't be afraid to share your emotions. It doesn't mean that you're crying. It doesn't mean that you're weak. You're just brave enough to show.
You're human. So you're allowed to.
Yeah, we're just human. So for me, is what I did. If I feel like really down or anything, I would just definitely talk to my friends, my husband. I have my family. So I would just go over and just talk, have a conversation, and and also always have like know when to stop doing your work, because we all are very hardworking people. So we are like, sometimes we don't realize that I'm overworking. So sometimes I need to know like when I need to stop and pause. So pandemic really taught us how to be creative in our work and how to take a pause when you need. It's not a race. So you just need to know when to slow down. So that was my takeaway for this pandemic. And did I answer the question though?
Yeah. Well, what about fasting month? Especially for all our listeners who will be fasting. Well, when this airs, it's going to be.
Oh yeah. So fasting, I think fasting month, it's still okay for me, but we kind of missed all the bazaar.
Yeah.
Bazaar. Oh my god! But at that time, people were so creative. They did there was a lot of deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you can buy online all your favorite street food.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still the same. So I would order my usual martabak and all my my favorite buka kuih is puasa kuih is like pelita and all that. So I will always buy the same things that I like during Ramadan. So just to make it feel like it feels comfort. It gives you comfort that you're having the same things. And just keep on going.
What about you, Arinna?
So during fasting month, I think I was doing pretty okay. Yeah, so I could really focus on fasting and not struggle so much. But the Bazaar Ramadan, we can't go out and just cuci mata, just look around and stuff like that. So my mom actually, she joined this group in Kota Damansara. It's like a online WhatsApp group, something like that, which were all of the neighborhood people. They'll be selling home bakes or kuih raya and stuff like that. So we every single day or every single week, we'll find other businesses to support and we'll just blast it out and stuff like that. Because I really believe that a lot of businesses were struggling, the ones that all these gerai, all these bazaars and stuff like that. So I think there was an e-bazaar at some point, right?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, right? So that was really amazing. So I think we were more worried for people who did this for a living, cooking all this masak-masak lemang and all that stuff. So our hearts went out to them. For us, we were okay. You can still buy groceries online or just go out for a bit just for a quick run. But how about those who were niaga? It's really heartbreaking, don't you think? And we can't help everyone, honestly. We try our best, but we can't cover the whole nation. We can't cover the whole state. What we did was just blast it out, send it to other groups or just encourage our neighbors to do so. We support our neighbors. They support us at the same time because my sister just started baking as well. So we just instead of selling, we just neighborhood treats kind of stuff. Fasting for us was okay. Alhamdulillah, it was okay for us. We did not struggle as much. We had each other, even though, when my dad is working from home, my mom were constantly at home in each other's faces. Of course, there'll be some kind of get out of my face. But we just communicated and we understood our boundaries even more. The kids are not in school anymore, they're always at home. So there's a lot of different energies in the house. So I think that would be on a general note, something difficult during that time, but we understood our space. What people need to acknowledge is space. It came all of a sudden, right? This pandemic, this lockdown situation. So I think adjusting to that was difficult.
Yeah.
Adjusting.
Nina can also relate to that with having kids at home and everything else.
Exactly. So I feel communication is key.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too. So, I feel everyone needs to just take a step back when you feel a little heated, when you feel a little anxious, or just, I need a breather, and just try to distract yourself.
I think one of the most beautiful things to have come out of this is a sense of community that we all have.
Yeah.
Right? The fact that, even when your parents decide to join this community, neighborhood community, that's really beautiful to me. And to be able to even, acknowledge others who may or may not be going through even harder paths and their journey is a little bit tougher than most, to be able to give back, that's, I think, very rewarding and very humbling, especially during the month of Ramadan. I used to go out and buy ayam percik with my family and buy lemang and all that. But when the pandemic happened, lockdown and everything, MCO, first of course, I was thinking, oh no, I can't get my lemang. Me, food first. But then immediately I was like, how, that's such a selfish thing for me to say because, these people are struggling really, really hard out there. And they're trying to even to put food on the table, let alone lamang themselves, let alone lamang itself on the table. And for us to come together as a community and to be able to support those who are a lot more in need than others, that's a great thing. I think that's a great takeaway. Now, going into something a little bit more lighthearted, what would you guys say would be your fashion tips for Raya at home? Because, we're all looking forward to it. We've gone through some really tough times and now we really want to celebrate. And how would you guys suggest any fashion hacks?
Don't try too hard. You just embrace yourself, how you want to look in the mirror. This is me. I'm not gonna fit into a society just because the color red is what everyone is wearing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are pressured to have the trendiest things.
And social media is not doing a good job at helping at all.
Exactly. So I feel like even now, people are tight on money. So like I said before, I'm I own things that are dinosaur ages and stuff like that. So you can buy something new, pair with something old, and that will be a fit. Yeah, just be very creative. Wear what you own and just purchase something new.
Nina, any suggestions? Any tips to share?
Yeah, so
designer.
As a designer.
At ZALORA. Of course, I'm going to promote as at ZALORA. We have Lubna, Zalia, and a lot of other brands. And for Zalia and Lubna, definitely we are affordable. We want it to be trendy, comfortable, and also affordable for people to buy. So my tips would be that you need to know what are you going to do the whole day? What activities are you going to do? What's your price point? And then you can go to ZALORA.com and scroll and see whatever sparks joy for you. It has to make you happy. Clothes is nothing if you don't feel happy in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if that doesn't make you feel happy, you can always return it. It has to enlighten you. It has to bring you up, hype you up. Yeah, that's my tips. And then also, so you need to know what kind of activities are you going to do. So you need to know what kind of fabrics that is suitable to your activities.
Sustainability.
Yes. Yeah, so that's all. That's my tips for me. The factors that are going to decide what I'm going to wear.
Perfect.
What about
you? Get something with a waistband.
I have something with a waistband.
Yeah, I'm all about the waistband life. I mean, think about it, right? If you have waistbands, you don't have to unbutton if you eat too much,
Yeah.
You don't have to zip anything up. It's very easy, I guess. I'm that kind of person. Having said that, I am wearing something a little bit more dressier today, but give me any option with a waistband. I'm there. I am all for it.
I'll take 10 of those.
Yeah, I'll take 10 of those. Also, I feel like we also need to kind of think about how we're going to be consuming fashion from here on out, and it's a good thing, Nina, that you're also going into this whole sustainable fashion. I think that's something that's very important to all of us and we all should take note of. Kudos on that. And yeah, again, classic pieces. As a former fashion editor myself, I tend to stray into the trendy zones, but it's why am I going to be wearing this too? Am I going to be wearing this latex shirt tomorrow, to the grocers? No. Why? But I realized that the pieces that I keep in my closet, I've learned to create a capsule wardrobe. The pieces that you've had with you for donkey years, 10 years. So those are your mainstays, and try to craft the wardrobe according to it. And I think that's going to go a long way. I've had pieces even from high street. I've had pieces 10, 15 years ago, and I still wear them to today, and taking care of them. Care is very important as well. Waistbands, number one.
I'm that friend that people don't want to shop with or ask opinions because you don't need it. If you need it, why? Give me 5 reasons why, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm never shopping with you." I wouldn't say I'm an advocate for conscious like sustainability, but it's something that I'm really like focused on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're the voice of reason.
Yes, I am. But at the same time, back in London, I was working with a sustainable modest wear, and I learned a lot. I learned like the impact it has, and like what fast fashion does to the for the environment and the industry. So I was like full on like interested in sustainability. Obviously, like I do still shop, but I'm very mindful of it. So I would encourage my family, my friends to reduce on fast fashion and just like shop locally and like understand the industry itself, or for example the brand. For me, I would really look into a brand if it's like my first encounter with them, like are they at least ethical, like do they treat their workers with respect, are they paying like minimum wage, stuff like that, right? Like it's an example. So whenever I say that, people are like, oh my god, you're just so picky. I'm like, no, it's not. It really does impact like the industry, and humans to behind the clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's really important to really understand what you're purchasing. So like the new collection, the Earth Edit from Zalia, I'm like, whoa!
Just to put it out there, not many people know that at ZALORA, like RPL, the private label, Lubna and Zalia, we are always aligned with being ethically sourced, and we are definitely fair trade. So I just want people to know that we are following all that standards. But I don't think many people are aware of it.
Yeah.
But Lubna and Zalia and all, we are definitely in that. Yeah. So, and also we are... so not many people know though about it. So we're trying to put it out there, so that people will shop confidently, that we are a brand, consciously, so that they won't worry when they buy a piece, it's not ethically made or anything like that.
Yeah. So, and especially during Raya, because, we tend to purchase new baju Raya every year. So what better way, to do it consciously. Exactly. And to maybe give it a different life, in the future. You don't have to wear it for just Raya, you can wear it for any other day. As Arinna, just so, you put it very well just now. You don't have to wear it just for a single occasion. You can wear it for multiple things. So there we go.
Yeah. So let's say like the top that I'm wearing. Yeah. It's from our Raya collection. And whenever we design something, we always figure out like, how are they going to wear this after Raya? Like they can wear it, they can mix and match with their pieces their ready pieces in their wardrobe. They can match it with their jeans and all that. So it's something that they can play with even after Raya.
I still think that eat-jamas is a thing to cash on.
I love it.
I love it too.
Coming soon to Lubna and Zalia. You heard it here first.
Like pajama.
Amalia gonna be the model. Yeah. And Erin.
So you have like the pants, and then you have like a little flap.
Yeah.
The skirt makes it skirt.
And it comes with an eye cover.
Yeah.
Matching print.
Perfect.
Matching mask.
Yeah. And was this supposed to be a podcast or a business meeting?
Good idea.
Thank you so much, ladies. We're just about to wrap up. Okay. What a great conversation. I've been laughing so much. Like my grin needs to stop. Okay, serious.
Okay.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Arinna and Nina, for coming on board and taking the time out of your crazy schedules for this special Raya episode with me. It's been really such a great pleasure. So much laughs. It's insane. And of course, again, to our listeners out there, wherever it is that you're tuning in from, don't forget to check out Lubna and Zalia's latest Raya collection, also ethical, on ZALORA.com, and as well as some style inspo from Arinna on her Instagram handle at arinna.erin. Thank you so much. This is Amy Yasmine signing out from Z Talks, and I'll speak to everyone soon on the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.